Good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Borough of Lansdowne Borough Council Business Meeting for December 18th, 2024. Next up is the Council President's Report. I'll just be in front of you for probably a minute or so. And lastly, I just want to talk about the last part of Mayor Burns' presentation, and she talked about being united. I really wanted to really talk about when I first moved to Lansdowne. One of the things that was real heavy, or what I saw a lot, was that Lansdowne was a no place for hate. And I hope that we can continue that same message and same path moving forward. I believe that we all have our differences, but we all live in Lansdowne and we all love this community. And so I'm hoping that we can learn and appreciate each other and what we bring to the table. And so I'm hoping that in this new year, we have a renewed focus on collectively uplifting each other instead of putting each other down. And so that's my message to the council, but also for the community as well. It's important that us as public officials being up here, that we have a professional demeanor, we have a professional response to each other, and we also, and that response is even when we're not around, when you're talking to other community members, and how you talk and speak about other council members is a reflection on you and a reflection on the council as a whole. So I'm hoping that in this new year, we learn to appreciate and respect each other for our differences, and be able to govern and for Lansdowne Borough. And that's all that I really had to say for my report for this today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, thank you. So we want to move on next to economic development and planning. Mr. Hover.
Thank you, President Curry. We last met on December 11th, 2024 at 6:00 p.m. We had a discussion of LEDC updates and requests for funding. I went through a memorandum going through the contract with the LEDC, in which there's a recommendation that I'm presenting to council in that memorandum that we look at the two contracts that we have. We certainly appreciate all the work that the LEDC has been doing for the community, but this is moving back to the funding that they received prior to the $25,000 request in January. So it's just looking at some of the rules, and at the time when contracts come up with different individuals and with different groups, it's always the opportunity to reevaluate the services that are there. That memorandum is there for the public record. What it is looking at the recommendation of keeping the $50,000 request to the LEDC, looking at the $60,000 request for the Arts and Cultural Initiative as a 100% change from the $30,000 that was received last year. And it's also looking at the different liaison rules that's looked in. So we did have the request. The request was for $50,000 for the general contract. And that was taking that down to $35,000, and then the recommendation for $60,000 plus 15, and that taking that down to the $30,000. So I think that we're back to that the $80,000 that we were looking at before with the LDC. So that's a recommendation I'm bringing to council. The rest of the committee did not support that recommendation. And then also a discussion of the Pennsylvania Human Relations Commission flyers. I support entirely Mr. Curry's ideas about this being a no place for hate. I also appreciate that aspect of Lansdowne. When I moved in, that has not been the case, at least for certain members of the community within the past year. And I think that that's something that we need to address through significant programming with the originator of the No Place for Hate program, which is the Anti-Defamation League, as well as working with the Jewish Federation of Greater Philadelphia. I'm already in contact with them to have some programming in Lansdowne.
So the next item up is public comment. Can I have a motion to suspend Robert rules? Second?
Second.
All right, motion has been moved and seconded. Any discussions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so we're now in public comment.
My name is Becky Lefevre. I am a resident of Lansdowne. I have a few things to say in regards to anti-Semitism in Lansdowne. First, Jewish people are not a monolith. We exist everywhere as a beautiful tapestry of beliefs, practices, traditions, and peoples bound together by our shared and sacred history. For me, above all else, being Jewish means honoring and embodying the values of pursuing justice, working to repair the world, and treating all people with dignity. I do not hold the belief that my ability to safely and freely do these things hinges on the existence of a Jewish state. I do not personally recognize the state of Israel as an inherent representation of me, of Judaism, or of the Jewish diaspora. I do not feel welcome or safe entering any space that defines my Jewish identity by a support for Israel or the horrors that it commits. I am aware this is a sensitive subject and acknowledge there are Jewish people who hold a variety of opinions on this. As I said, we are not a monolith. As an American citizen, I maintain my right to freely speak and express my religion as I wish. It is Mr. Hover's right as well, in his capacity as a private citizen, to proudly support the state of Israel as an expression of his Jewish beliefs. However, it is unquestionably an abuse of power for Councilperson Hover to force those religious beliefs on others, which is exactly what he has made a habit of doing over the last year. It is not anti-Semitic for any person, Jewish or otherwise, to ask if a public celebration co-sponsored by a councilperson in collaboration with exclusively pro-Israel organizations will display Israeli iconography or propaganda. In the economic development meeting last week, Councilperson Hover openly disrespected and dehumanized me through a deliberate erasure of my Jewish identity and a malicious reframing of my concerns about personal safety as anti-Semitism. He later used that disgusting lie as cause to advance borough approval and dissemination of ADL flyers that definitively conflate any criticism of or opposition to the state of Israel with a hatred for Jewish people. We heard it again this evening. It was at a Shabbat for ceasefire in a neighbor's backyard where I first found Jewish home and community in Lansdowne. So I know that I am not alone when I say that Councilperson Hover's words and actions are offensive, divisive, and incredibly harmful. Councilperson Hover's preferred definition of anti-Semitism denies Jewish residents like me the right to fully and freely exist. I beg of council to put an immediate and permanent end to Council Hover's campaign to personally define Judaism for our community. Lastly, Councilperson Hover, since you refuse to acknowledge me, let alone respond to my comments about your actions last week, I am asking you once again tonight and publicly to apologize and retract your lies. In order to lead with love, you must set aside your personal biases about any of your personal opinions and uphold your duty as an elected official to respectfully and genuinely engage with the full breadth of diverse voices that coexist in our beautiful community. Thank you.
So, I mean, it's up to Mr. Hover if he wants to respond, but he's not required to do so.
Respectfully, my response is that my duty as a council member to Lansdowne is to all of the members of Lansdowne, and by the definitions that we have in the state of Pennsylvania and in the United States, that the recognition of discrimination. There was an oath that we heard tonight that you cannot discriminate based upon national origin or ancestry, that there is a state of Israel. The state of Israel exists. The state of Israel maintains half the world's Jewish population, and the denial of the state of Israel has been defined repeatedly as being a form of anti-Semitism by numerous institutions. That's my response, and I will continue to pursue that we follow the law for all residents and citizens in Lansdowne.
Thank you. Do we have any other comments in the room? Yes. That's all. Yeah.
Jennifer, half 72 in there. As a Jewish citizen of Lansdowne, I'm commenting on Mr. Hover's comment on the anti-Semitism programming he is planning. First, I would like to understand what committee Mr. Hover is doing this borough programming under, or is this another private process on Judaism? If we're looking at anti-Semitism, is Mr. Hover willing to look at many definitions from many organizations? Second, will we also be reviewing various definitions of racism, because that is a much larger issue in Lansdowne, as we all know. But we expend the same energy comparing racism as anti-Semitism. Lastly, will Mr. Hover, this is the second or third meeting I've requested this, engage other Jewish citizens in this effort, or is this issue just under the purview of Mr. Hover and Lansdowne Borough Council?
Yeah, so just to answer your question, the event was not a borough sponsored event or sponsored through council. It was sponsored. It was an individual.
Right.
Yeah.
In all fairness, it's been mentioned in public meetings by Mr. Hover multiple times where there are no other private events mentioned. But what I was asking about tonight was Mr. Hover stating that he's gonna look into ADL and anti-Semitism. And I want to know what committee that's being done under.
Chris Curry, if I may. In the context of the discussion of the Hanukkah event, which I plan to bring up in public comment tonight, as well as the menorah event, it was in context of the same discussion of the winter parade with the LBPA and the Christmas tree lighting and other holidays, which there was no discussion, there was no intrusion, and I will go back to the point that I made before that a particular viewpoint is being politicized in Lansdowne. We had wonderful press on the fact that this is the first time that there was a menorah lighting in Lansdowne and the first Hanukkah event that there is. By all means, any individual who wishes to, I did not have any Lansdowne resident send any email or request to take part in it. And in the thank you that I'm going to give during the public comment, I will discuss the individuals who did take part in the committee and who did volunteer to sponsor the event. So I'm more than willing to have conversations with anybody. But I do think that we have a public obligation still when there has been a particular viewpoint espoused in the community that is one that is egregiously problematic for many citizens. That viewpoint, it follows the law. That, as I stated last year, that individuals in the community are allowed to have biased, prejudiced viewpoints. They're allowed to espouse biased and prejudiced viewpoints. We cannot govern from them. I plan to continue to govern from the law.
All right. Thank you. Do we have any other topic?
No, the committee that this is being done under, please.
It will be in economic development and planning, and I believe in public safety as well.
Man.
It is economic development and planning. It falls under the Department of Economic Development in the state. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think we'll be having some conversations with the solicitor regarding that matter, but and so I really don't have an answer right now. So, but we'll definitely let you know and keep you posted.
Hi, I just thought my name is Anya. I'm a Lansdowne resident. I just want to comment that, like Jim Crow, ugly laws, slavery, South African apartheid, amongst other things, were all laws in the books at one time. And just because something is a law doesn't make it good or right. There's still slavery in the books in regard to the 13th Amendment. When we talk about laws, let's also talk about international law. And the international law that's been ignored. If we want to talk about laws, I'm more than happy to have an absolute discussion with Mr. Hoover in regard to actual law, what that means, and the consequences that that has for Lansdowne population and the wider global population.
Okay, thank you. All right, do we have any other comments?
Yes, I'd like to give public comment and point of personal privilege. I have some things written down, so I would like to be able to refer to it. First of all, I invited all of council to the Light One Candle Delco Hanukkah party. This particular event is being sponsored by multiple people throughout the county. It's occurring in Lansdowne, but is not specifically just a Lansdowne event. And at the event, the event itself is tomorrow night, 20th Century Club, December 19th, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. There's going to be music, dreidels, community, candle lighting, free food for all. It is a family-friendly event with takeaways for all of the kids, as well as food. All of the food is kosher, and there also will be security provided for it. I just want to state in terms of the music, in response as well to the question and statements that are being made here, that it is a pluralistic Jewish event, that the musicians, Andy Joseph, who is the musical mommy, who attends numerous synagogues and day schools and working with students, is going to be singing and doing a number of the sort of traditional Hanukkah songs that we know here in the United States. And also, we're gonna have musicians of the Bukharan community, Bukharan Mizrahi community, who are gonna be playing, as well as representatives from that community to go through and discuss some of their Hanukkah traditions. That much of the Jewish community is not in the United States and does exist elsewhere in the world. For those who don't know, the Bukharan community is from East Asia, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, etc. I do want to make a particular gratitude to this council for the approval of putting the menorah up on to the Veterans Landing. I had numerous individuals who came up saying that they wished that it happened a lot sooner. I myself wished it had happened a lot sooner and had been thinking about doing something like that for years and sort of dropped off the radar as other things happen. So I want to thank this council. I also want to thank for sponsorship of the events and the Hanukkah concert, State Senator Tim Kearney, State Representative Heather Boyd, State Representative Gina Hackett Curry, County Council Chair Dr. Monica Taylor, who will be there tomorrow giving the welcoming address, Upper Darby Council Member Andrew Heyman, Upper Darby Council Member Jess Granis, Lansdowne Borough Council Member Will Griffin, Mayor Emeritus Tony Campuzano, Meadow Borough Council President Mark Pakoff, Jewish Federation of Greater Philadelphia, Lansdowne Neighbors Club, Lansdowne Friends School, SAMI, which is a Sephardic and Mizrahi initiative, Congregation Beth El Ner Tamid, Congregation Beth Israel of Media, Temple Shalom, Congregation Ohev Shalom, and in memory of Lou Siegel and Marcia Siegel, and a special thanks to the organizing committee who have been behind the scenes doing a lot of work, Jason Holtzman and Mayor Zimmerman of the Jewish Federation of Greater Philadelphia, Shelley Rappaport of the Kehila of Chester and Delaware County, Donna Hendel, Ellen Gossman, and Lori Bravo. So I just want to thank all those individuals and certainly want to invite people in the community. If you want to come and want to see and want to experience the different musical sounds and different music of those different traditions, please come out, and hope to have you, and I hope to see fellow council members there as well. Thank you.
Next, Ms. Connors.
Motion to approve the 2025 annual budget.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Yes, I'd like to revive the objection to the trash fund and our request that we change the amount for the vehicle fee.
So you're asking for an amendment to
Yeah,
this motion?
I would move to amend the budget line item 2527. Sorry. That was my done. Here it is. I'm sorry, 427.452 under the vehicle leases. And move that with the idea that we are going to capture some of the cost of that new used sanitation truck and move the vehicle leases to 91,000.
Second.
No, no,
No,
no,
sorry.
yes, Ms. Collins has
I'm
to.
sorry.
Are you accept it?
I do not accept that amendment.
Okay. So we're gonna go with the,
So Mr. Griffin is seconding the amendment and now we have to vote.
No,
No.
so, she's made the motion, your request is for her to amend her motion, if she doesn't agree, then the motion. Goes
Now, the
forward.
motion seconds under Robert rules and then the all council gets to vote on it. So
But
that's
she
the-
hadn't accepted the amendment yet.
correct. So now we're voting on the amendment, whether or not to add it and overruling her decision.
I
Yeah,
believe
no.
that's correct.
What's that?
I'm sorry, I believe that's how we've done it in the past.
That's Robert's rules. So the maker of the amendment, if it's a friendly amendment, if she accepts it, it's a hostile amendment if she does not accept it, and then it's added to them.
So are you seconding the hospital amendment?
I want to call it hospital. I'm seconding. I'm seconding the amendment to hear the discussion.
Okay.
all right, so it was seconded. Any discussion?
Discussion, then what was that line item? You said 427.
427.452 under the vehicle leases. To give justification and for the record, that we have neglected to pay the vehicle lease in 2024 with the 9,700, which that's neither here nor there. I still have not had an answer from council when that authority took place. I don't think the authority took place, so we've been doing this inappropriately all year, not paying it from the last authoritative vote on that would have been on the budget of 2023. But on this year's, what I'm suggesting is that rather than continue to haul out the capital reserve with that cost, is that we repay the capital reserve. We would have to then amend the budget to allow for that payment to go back in. And so I'm suggesting that we start off with 91,000. The full cost would be 100,000. So could do it over 10 years, 10,000 a year that's paid back in. It's not a huge impact, but it also is returning that money to the capital reserve and keeping our funds segregated as they ought to be from a capital reserve fund, a sanitation fund, a sewer fund, and keeping the costs located in those particular areas.
So
I just need clarification. You're just saying change vehicle leases 427.452 to what number?
To 91,000.
Not 100,000.
It says 81,000 right now.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm suggesting we just do 10,000 a year over 10 years.
Okay, so you're suggesting that just gets changed.
I mean,
to
or we
91,000.
could figure out the payment plan after. It could be 10,000 this year and go up to 30,000 each of the following years. That's for the purpose of this budget for 91,000.
So are you saying that because in 2024, but the first line, green, we budgeted in 2024 for 130,371. But we actual projections for 2024, we actually only paid $9,700.
Yeah, so that's from last year's budget is what
Right.
I'm saying, is that last year's budget, we should have been paying full on that lease. We didn't out of that particular fund. It was paid out of general fund, I'm assuming. I don't remember ever authorizing that. The last authoritative vote that we had to give authority for that money to be used was when we passed the budget in December of 2023. That money should have then been spent in that way unless otherwise changed by council. I don't believe that we ever changed that as council. So we have not paid that fund. That's water under the bridge at this point. What I'm saying, I mean, it should be rectified. I think we should take a vote to actually authorize that if that's what we're doing. Or that we should pay that that money back as well. But in the meantime, for this budget for 2025, that we change the 81,000 to 91,000. So
And that
and for
10,000
next
is
year's-
for the purchase of the used truck,
correct. Yes,
which is a separate motion. So you will be amending that motion, I guess.
yes, I'd be amending that motion as well, but
Okay.
this is sort of like
Sorry, I just
cart
wanted-
before the horse
Yep.
type of thing.
I just wanted to be clear. So this
Yeah.
is the only change, changing this 81,000 to 91,000 to include 10,000 towards the purchase of the used vehicle.
But the 10,000 will come from the general fund.
No,
I'm sorry, it's coming from the sanitation fund back to the general fund.
Yes, okay.
Now, are you still good with the
I'm
second?
sorry, back to capital reserve.
Are you still good with the second?
Yes,
Are you still with the
yes,
second?
yes.
I'm sorry, all in favor of the amendment by Mr. Hover?
Aye.
Any against?
Aye.
You do a roll call, please.
Yes, sir. Council President Curry,
Nay.
Vice President Pointer,
Nay.
Councilperson Connors.
Nay.
Councilperson Griffin,
Aye.
Councilperson Hover,
Aye.
Councilperson Martzoff,
Nay.
Councilperson Young.
Nay.
Okay, nay wins 5-2.
All right, so we're gonna go back to the original motion. Can you reread it, the motion
Of
again,
course.
so we'll.
Motion to approve the 2025 annual budget.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Discussion.
Oh, discussion. Okay,
No,
but we already sort of discussed it already. Yeah.
sorry, I wanted to say,
We did the full budget.
if this comes up, can we figure this out in finance and budget?
We already have.
I know, but I mean, like, if there's any type of, because this seems like a very hostile decision to make in this meeting, especially the last meeting before we reach into 2025.
It's been discussed
It's
in
been
finance for.
discussed.
You just missed the
It's-
last meeting.
But I would say it's also been changed. I mean, that this is not what we looked at in we had this item, vehicle maintenance was zeroed out in finance. So this has been changed from the last finance, and I would also
And then you
say,
brought it to our
excuse me,
attention
I'm
and we
speaking.
put it back in.
Excuse me, order, please.
I'm just saying that we listened to what you said and we.
Excuse me.
Hold on one second, let Mr. Hover finish, please.
So under the general fund, these blue numbers have all been changed. That's the thing, is that from finance to present day, these have been changed. And that's the point of the council proceedings as well, is 3 people don't make a decision, that 7 people make a decision. And so what I would say, and to agree with you, Councilman Griffin, last year, we began the budget discussion in August, and we had specific special meetings just on the budget. And I would recommend in 2025 that we do just that and have special meetings, because this is a lot to digest in one meeting at the end of the year to come up with these ideas. And I would say that, again, general discussion towards the budget, I think that we're setting ourselves up and setting a precedent that we shouldn't be doing. Other communities are also discussing the same issue. Once you start mixing and matching the taxes and fees and you don't keep it a strict segregation between all of them, now you've muddied up the budget and you end up having people paying for things that they don't use. And I believe the term that Mr. Scott has used in the past, that we do open ourselves up and we're vulnerable to a lawsuit by an individual if they see that we have made this deliberate action to have them pay for something they don't use.
Okay.
If I could just respond briefly, I understand respectfully, Councilperson Hover's position. But Mr. Scott, our solicitor, has authorized us to put these leases in the general fund, and I will be bound by his decision.
Okay. All right.
There are no leases. First off, there are no leases.
I'm sorry, that's true.
That's
With the
the
purchase of the
Right.
new
Okay.
vehicle.
And
All right, so we're gonna end discussion.
Mr. Scott's not
Hold on.
authorizing anything. Mr. Scott was
Hover, we want to end discussion, please. Want to end discussion?
I want to get on public record because.
Well, I think you already, excuse me,
No,
I
not
think
this
you've
point.
already.
Mr. Scott, it's-
Hover, please,
I'm
please,
sorry,
sir.
Mr. Curry, this is.
Please, sir, please, sir. Please, sir, we want to end the discussion. We've had a lot of discussion about this topic.
It's not about this topic. It's about the point that Mr. Scott's not able to authorize anything. Mr. Scott makes recommendations as a
Can we
solicitor.
vote?
Okay, sir, thank you. So we're gonna move on. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
All right, the motion has passed.
Motion to approve 2025 Arts and Culture Initiative Agreement with the Lansdowne Economic Development Corp. LEDC for 60,000. Did I skip something?
No, you're right.
Okay, for 60,000 plus up to 15,000 in expenses.
Second,
Motion has been moved to second. Any discussion?
Yes, Mr. Curry, I will go back to the point that I made in the presentation and also the memo to all of council that we're looking at a 100% increase in arts funding. I know this council is concerned about finances and also making sure that we are being responsible fiscal stewards of taxpayer money. We've had discussion that in terms of the ambulance service that we receive, that we go to East Lansdowne and retrieve $40,000 in a fire tax because we feel that we're spending too much on the ambulance service. I can't see having a discussion where we're trying to retrieve $40,000 for a life-saving concern when we see a 100% increase in arts funding. I do agree that the LADC does a lot of great work with the arts, and I believe that that's acceptable. It's a matter of us balancing the priorities of what we see in our residents. We're looking at a 23% tax hike in the county, and I know that the county officials are doing the best job they can with it. We're looking at increases in sewer fees, sanitation fees, and I think that it's an acceptable thing just to go back and to have continuation of the funding that was there for the LADC.
I just have a comment.
Yes.
The health and public safety never had a conversation about $40,000, retrieving $40,000 from Lansdowne.
Okay.
Okay,
All right,
I'm
any
sorry
other
that we
questions?
did it the last health and public safety meeting.
we didn't put a number to anything.
Any other questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
The motion passed. Next up, Ms. Pointer.
Motion to approve 2025 economic development agreement with the Lansdowne Economic Development Corp. LEDC for $50,000.
Second,
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion is passed. Next, Ms. Connors.
motion to purchase a used trash truck for approximately $125,000 to be paid from the capital reserve budget.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Yes, I'd like to make an amendment, and I would like to amend that to also include with the provision to establish a payment plan to repay the capital reserve fund.
I will deny that amendment.
Okay. Do we have a second on Mr. Hover's amendment? All right, so we're gonna go back to the original motion. Any discussion? Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
All right, the motion passed. Next, Ms. Connors.
I think it's, oh, I'm sorry. Motion to approve ordinance 2024-04 to increase the 2025 sewer base fee to $199.11.
Second.
Motion moved, the motion has been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
I just want to point out that we're trying to do everything we can to share information with residents on how they can reduce their sewer fees by reducing their water usage. There will be information in the newsletters and online, and we hope that you take some of these recommendations, because you do have some control after the base fee on how much you're spending on your sewer fee.
All right, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the motion's passed. Ms. Connors, next up again.
Yes, motion to approve resolution 2024 number to be determined regarding the refuse collection fee.
Second.
Motion is moved and seconded. Any discussion?
So are we keeping this?
Yeah, we have to clarify, there were two resolutions,
Oh,
so we need to just decide, is it the resolution?
Oh, 11 or 12.
Yeah,
Right,
it's-
right.
It's, one is keeping the trash fee the same at $417, one is increasing the trash fee to $442.
And that's 12. 12 is the increase, right?
Right.
No,
For
no. 12 is
clarification,
the taxes.
yeah, for
11 is-
clarification, it's the one that does not increase the fee.
So how are we voting on this? You saying for the one that does not increase the
Yes.
fee? That's the one that was seconded, or is that the one
I
that was
think
seconded?
she's offered a friendly amendment to her.
No, it's just that
No, I'm
there were
asking,
two
you
resolutions.
seconded it, but there was not an identifying which one it
Yeah, I
was.
didn't identify which one it
So
was.
should we
before the
start
second.
over?
So do you
I
still
think-
second it as?
and that was me who seconded.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
sorry.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
go ahead and
Allow me to say it again for clarity. Motion to approve resolution 2024, number to be determined, regarding the refuse collection fee that does not increase the tax fee. I'm sorry, that does not increase the trash fee. There we go.
Second.
Yes.
All right. Any discussion?
For the record, I move to amend the 417 to 442. I would state again, for the record, that by not doing this, that we are kicking the can down the road. We're gonna have to increase fees in the future. Those increasing fees will be double the amount that we are not increasing it this year. That's just a standard pass-through fee from the county for the tipping fee. I also would also state for the record that by not doing this, that we're and taking the money from the capital reserve and taking it from the general fund, that we're asking users, we're asking non-users of the sanitation services to subsidize those people who are using it. And I think that is an inequitable policy for this council to maintain.
Do we have a second on this?
Mr. President, sorry. Why do you say double? When you say, if we don't increase now, why do you say, is there a forecast or is there a budget?
Each year it has, I've been on council, it's going up just about by that same increment. So if it goes up 3% this year, most likely would be 3 to 5%. It's always like within that range because of the cost of inflation that the county incurs. And at one point, I mean, with the discussion, because we have to take all of our refuse to the county when there's discussion of building a landfill and getting rid of the incinerator in Chester, that would have increased the fees even more because of the real estate costs of purchasing the landfill and then also doing that kind of work. As it is, the contract they have with Cavana, the incinerator, has kept the fees relatively lower than what they could be. So.
Okay, do we have a second on his amendment? All right, I don't hear any, so we're gonna go back to the original motion. All in favor? Any opposed?
Nay.
All right, the motion has passed. Next up, is it Ms. Connors or Ms. Pointer here?
It's me.
I think it's me.
Oh, okay.
We voted on this.
Motion to approve resolution 2024, fixing the tax rate for 2025.
Hold on one second.
Sorry.
Hold on one second.
Sorry.
Can you please read it again, please?
Yes.
Sorry.
Motion to approve resolution 2024 number to be determined, fixing the tax rate for 2025.
Okay,
Second.
all right, motion has been moved to second it. Any discussion?
Just for your record, Ms. Connors, could you say what that is?
Sure. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Thank you. The mills on each $1,000 of assessed valuation is 7.3039 cents on each $100 of assessed valuation, 0.73039. Yes, there's no change from last year.
Just a point of order, this is a question, Mr. Ewald, do we have to do anything with the EIT? Y'all set the EIT rate,
No,
it's at the
EIT
maximum.
continues year to year.
1%.
but we don't need to have a resolution to continue that?
No.
Okay, that's all, that's a question, thank you.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Ms. Pointer.
Motion to hire full-time police officer.
Second.
Motion moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Ms. Pointer.
Motion to hire part-time police officer.
Second.
Motion moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
We need to add a name.
Yeah, you're hiring specific people, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So for the full-time officer, it's Justin Ritter. For the part-time officer, it's William Smith.
Do you repeat the name again, sir?
Justin Ritter and William Smith.
Okay, William Smith. All right.
All right, do you want me to repeat it, sir, or?
What, the part-time one?
Can we do it by acclamation?
I would just do it over with the name.
Okay, I'm gonna do motion 14 over, or 13.
13.
Okay.
Motion to hire full-time police officer, Justin Ritter.
And this is contingent upon passing medical, psychological, and
It's all done.
what's all done.
Second.
Motion moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Next, Ms. Pointer.
Number 14, motion to hire a part-time police officer, William Smith.
Second.
Motion moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Next, Ms. Pointer.
Number 16, motion to approve purchase of a full-page ad.
Right,
Oh, you gotta do, the 15.
I just did it.
No.
Oh,
You just
okay.
did 14.
Motion to start the hiring process for a full-time police officer again.
Second.
Motion moved and seconded. Any discussion?
This is due to,
We've already exhausted our list.
Right.
So we need a new list.
oh, okay, so, okay, to start the list again, thank you.
I'm asking, can we make this font a little bit bigger and spread it? I'm sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
Jessica.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Next, Ms. Pointer.
Okay. Number 16, motion to approve purchase of a full-page ad for the annual Delco Chiefs of Police banquet program for $100.
Second.
Motion moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Discussion, what's the date of that? You know, the date of the,
Yes. January. January 10th.
thank you.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the motion passed. Next up, Ms. Pointer.
Number 17, motion to appoint 2 members to the Human Relations Commission, Moxie Stern and Karen Bond.
Second.
Motion moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Thank you. Next up, Ms. Connors.
Motion to approve Barbicane Thornton and Company for the 2024 audit.
Second.
Motion moved, seconded. Any discussion?
Discussion.
I'm just gonna make clear, we are audited every year, correct?
Right.
We used to have citizen auditors and then we moved to a more formal process to make sure that we're doing it all correctly.
Yes, yes. And we also do it to be in compliance for our grants. So I'm glad we're doing this for the library. Do we have a contract or we just making a motion to hire them? Or like, do we have like a purview of what they're gonna do or?
We used them before.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we can specify it, so
I'm just asking, I don't know, I didn't do it, I'm just asking.
I move to amend the motion to include all borough funding, all sources that receive borough funding, all borough funding as part of the audit.
All sources.
Isn't it always?
Isn't
No.
that necessary?
So you say sources,
So yeah, so this includes anything touching borough funding, so tax collector, borough council, fire company, LEDC. All
okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to clarify.
Is that standard?
So he wants to include anyone that's touching, if we're sending money out, he wants to include all of those sources in there.
Are you trying to say he wants to include auditing those organizations that receive
The auditing,
funding?
auditing our funding that goes.
Funding that goes-
The fire company,
So it's all, already the auditors audit all of our funding. Right, every account we have. So is this something different than
What they normally do.
Right, that's what I'm asking.
no, I think that you can include up to a certain amount of money if organization receives it, there's case law with fire companies that have them. So I think that and also tax collector isn't always included in that as well.
Does anyone want to second that?
No.
No?
Can I just ask that when we do approach Barbara
Barbecue.
Barbicane, can we just receive the contract or?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
that's all.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, so all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passed. Next up, Ms. Connors.
Motion to approve a year-end bonus of $4,500. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading Mrs. Pointer's. Motion to approve year-end bonuses of $100 each for all full-time staff. I'm sorry, for all staff, no full-time.
The motion has been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Can I make a friendly amendment, setting aside those who have other contracts? So this is all full-time staff, so there's other,
We took out full.
We took out full
oh,
time.
you took it,
Yeah,
okay, thank you,
full-time.
sorry.
Can I just say that I think the word bonus is a little bit of a reach here. This is merely just a nice thank you to our staff. But.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the motion passed. Next up, Ms. Pointer.
Motion to approve year-end bonus of $4,500 for the chief of police.
Second,
Motion moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? The motion passed. That concludes our motions. We do have an executive session, but we're not going to come back with any action items. So could I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
so moved.
Second,
Oh, it was removed at the beginning of the meeting.
It was removed. The agenda was amended.
Yeah, I was gonna,
Yeah, so, let me, let me go back and start over again. Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Do I have a second? All right, so we have a moved and seconded. Any discussion? Any discussion? All in favor? All right, the meeting adjourned. Thank you for joining for our Lansdowne Borough Council meeting for December 18th. We are going into executive session, everyone.
No.